Vandana and you are watching 99.9 Engineering Station. So student, today I am going to discuss with you a third lecture of process calculation, and in this lecture I am going to cover the short notes or formula of the basic process calculation, and then after we directly jump to the numericals part. Okay, so from today I am going to change my subject covering strategy because we have not so time for GATE. So we have to cover all the syllabus along with the lots of numerical practice. That's why I changed my subject covering strategy. So till now, if you have not subscribed to my channel, subscribe it, otherwise you will not get any type of notification from my side. And one more important thing is that you have to follow me on Telegram, because in Telegram I used to post many important questions, numerical short notes and many more things. So follow me there and subscribe my YouTube channel. So without further ado, let's get started with the video. So student, as we know that the process calculation is divided into two categories. First one is the material balance and second one is the energy balance. Material balance is again divided into a two classification, that is material balance with chemical reaction and without chemical reaction. If we talk about the chemical reaction without chemical reaction, which is done on the unit operation. Unit operation is that type of operation in which we not deal with any type of reaction, we only deal with the change of the raw materials shape, size, density and etc. Okay, in the case of material balance with chemical reaction, this which is take place in the case of unit processes. Here the unit processes involves all type of chemical reactions. So these are the two classification of the material balance with chemical reaction or without chemical reaction. If we talk about the energy balance, which is mainly here we consider the heat energy. Okay, so energy balance is divided into a two category. First one is the thermophysics and the second one is thermochemistry. Thermophysics is done with on the unit operation, and the thermochemistry is which is done on the unit processes. Okay, so I think you understand the classification of the process calculation. Now we come to the material balance. So basically we do material balance for the for any type of material to getting a useful or desirable product from the raw material. So basically the if we talk about the material balance equation, it will be accumulation within the system is equal to input in the system minus output from the system plus heat generation or any type of generation within the system minus consumption from the system. So this is the general material balance of the any raw material or any process. Okay, now we in the case of material balance without chemical reaction, first we come with a simple concept, that is material balance without chemical reaction. In this the generation part and the consumption part is negligible. Okay, because there are no type of chemical reaction is involved in the system. So now we are going to discuss some of the important parameter which is used in the material balancing. Okay, so first thing is the density. What is density? Density is simply a mass upon volume. It is if we talk about the mass density, it will be a mass upon volume, and if we talk about the molar density, it will be a moles upon volume. Okay, so in the previous lecture, which I think in the first or second, we covered the units concept, that is units are divided in two category, fundamental unit and derived unit. Okay, fundamental units are like mass, temperature, length, these are the fundamental units, and the derived units are the units which is derived from the fundamental units. Okay, like energy and work, these are the fundamental units. Okay, now going come to the density part, that if we talk about the molar density, it will be a mole upon volume. Okay, And if what is the mole, if we want to know the what is the moles, mole is the amount of substance equal to its molecular weight upon formula weight. It means basically the molecular, if we want to calculate the number of moles, then we simply divides the two component, that is given mass upon molecular mass or molecular weight of the any component. Okay, and if we want to know, if we don't know the molecule, what is molecular weight, so simply we multiply the number of component into the atomic number, then we get the molecular weight. Okay, now the density part, we also calculate the mixture density. If we want to calculate the mixture of the density of the mixture, then in that case we add the number of we simply it is the simply a summation of masses of the each component upon the summation of the volume of the each component. But the important thing is that here the volume is the additive in nature. It means the all the component volume is added. If we add it, it will become equal to the total volume, that is V. Okay, so here the density part is related to the quantity of the component. If we understand the quality of the any component, we have another parameters like API, BUME, specific gravity. So these are the quantity parameter which give you the idea of the qualities of the components. Okay, now the next formula or next concept is related to the fraction. So what is fraction? So simply, if you want to calculate the fraction of anything, we have three type of fraction actually: mass fraction, molar fraction, and the volume fraction. Mole fraction and volume fraction. In the case of mass fraction, we divide mass of any component, mass of any component Ma is divided with the mass of mass of whole system. Okay, mass of whole system. So this is from this we calculate the fraction of the A component in respect to the mass. Okay, and if you want to calculate the volume fraction, we simply divide the volume of the A component divided by the volume of the all the component. And in the case of mole fraction, we again divide the number of mole fraction of A component and divided by the whole component volume. Okay, so these are all about the mole fraction. And if we into matlab, it means we multiply fraction with 100, then what we get? We simply get the percentage factors. It means we get the percentage. If we talk about in concept of mass, if we multiply mass fraction with 100, then we get mass percentage. If we multiply volume fraction with 100, we get volume percent, and if we multiply moles with 100, we get the volume moles percent. Okay, so the percentage and fraction is for the dilute mixture concentration mixture. If we talk about for what will happen with the very dilute mixture, so for the very dilute mixture we use the following concentration term. First one is ppm and the second one is ppb. Okay, ppm is the parts per million, which is based upon the total mixture quantity of the millions, in millions, that is 10 to power 6, and it is a simply a multiplication. ppm is a simply a multiplication of mass fraction with the 10 to power minus 6. Okay, and in the case of ppb, it is the parts per billion is simply a multiply. In this we simply multiply mass fraction with 10 to power 9. This for ppm is for the very dilute mixture, and ppb is for the extremely dilute mixture. dilute mixture. Okay, ppm for very dilute mixture, and in case of ppb we use extremely for the use of extremely dilute mixture. In the case of ppm we simply multiply the fraction with a 10 to power 6, and in case of mass ppb we simply multiply with the 10 to power 9. So we as you see, in if we will represent the hardness of the water, we simply use the ppm, because here where is the case of very dilute mixture of the concept. Okay, now the another thing is so although all the above mentioned or all the above explained parameters belongs to the concentration of the component, but what will the formula of the concentration when we deal with the chemical kinetics? So in the case of chemical kinetics, we represent the concentration is in terms of gram moles of A upon liter of solution, and gram moles of A and liter of solution. This is the very important formula, you have to remember it by heart. Okay, so a concentration is represented by the gram mole of A upon liter of solution, and then the solution concentration or the solute concentration is represented by the three parameter, that is molality, molality and normality. Molality and normality. So what was that? Let's discuss that. The molarity is the gram mole of solute upon liter of solution. Gram mole of solute upon liter of solution, it is solution, liter of solution. And if we talk about the molality, it is the ratio of gram mole of solute upon kg of solvent. Okay, gram mole of solute upon kg of solvent. Now before come to the normality, we have first understand what is what is the formula of the equivalent weight. Equivalent weight is the molecular weight upon valence. Equivalent weight is the molecular weight upon valence, and then the normality is represented by the gram equivalent of the solute upon liter of solution. Very simple formula of all these things, and very important that the molarity is the gram mole of solute upon liter of solution, molality is the gram mole of solute upon kg of solvent, and normality is the gram mole of equivalent solution upon liter of solution. Okay, so you have to remember is like that. In the case of molarity, it is a ratio of solute and solution. Okay, it is the ratio of solute and solution, and the unit is from gram mole upon liter. In the case of molality, it is the ratio of solute and solvent, and for that we divide the unit list like gram mole upon kg of solvent. Okay, for normality we use gram equivalent solute and liter of solution. Okay, so in the case of molarity and the normality, we divide the expression with a liter of solution, but in the case of molality we divide the expression with the kg of solvent. Okay, now we come to the quality of the, we are going to understand the quality of the any component. For calculating or understanding, comparing the quality of the any component, we use the specific gravity. Basically the specific gravity is used for the comparison purpose. It is the ratio of the density of solution upon density of reference substance. It is the ratio of density of the solute, or it is the ratio of density of solution upon the density of the reference substance. Here the reference substance, we are generally using the water, and the density of the water at 4 degrees centigrade is the 1 kg per liter, and if we take the gas as a reference substance, then in that case the density of the gases will be 1 kg per meter cube. Okay, so this is all about the specific gravity. It is the ratio of density of solution upon the density of the reference substance. Now come to the another concept related to the density for comparison purpose, like product specific concentration unit. We, in the case of product specific concentration unit, we have number of units like API, BUME, Brix, Tweddle. For comparing the petroleum product. So in the petroleum industry we use API, that's full form is American Petroleum Institute, and its formula is 141.5 upon specific gravity minus 131.5. It is basically used for the comparison of petroleum product. Next, in the case of H2SO4 industries, we use BUME. BE is BUME is equal to 1,4 in the case of H2SO4 industry we use BUME, that is 145 minus 145 upon specific gravity, and this formula of the BUME is basically for the liquid heavier than the water and for the acids. Okay, and in the case of for the bases we use liquid, and liquid for lighter than the water is we use BUME is equal to formula 144 upon specific gravity minus 130. Okay, now come to the Brix. Brix is basically used in the sugar industry for the comparison, for determining the concentration of the sugar in the water. We use Brix is equal to 400 upon specific gravity minus 400. Okay, and lastly we use Tweddle, that is for bases, that is Tweddle is equal to 200 into specific gravity minus 1. So these formula are very important, and it is used for the comparison purpose of the quality of the different products. So these formula is so important. Now we discuss some types of law like ideal gas law, Amagin's law, Dalton's law, Raoult's law, Henry's law. So first of all we discuss what is Boyle's law. P into V is equal to constant at constant temperature, and if you talk about the Charles law, it is the ratio of V upon T is constant at constant pressure. After combining these laws we get the ideal gas law, that is PV is equal to nRT. Okay, so here you can see that the ideal gas law is also converted into terms of concentration. We know that the concentration is number of moles upon volume. So in this case we also write this ideal gas law as P is equal to CART. Okay, so this is the main equation of the ideal gas law, that is PV is equal to nRT. From here you can see that the volume is directly proportional. We get the three concept, that is volume is directly proportional to the number of moles, and volume is directly proportional to the temperature, absolute temperature, and volume is inversely proportional to the pressure. Okay, so these three concept of the ideal gas is also very important. Now for different value of R or P, different value of P, N, V and T, we have different value of R. सो एक टेबल है, डिफरेंट टेबल्स हैं, टेबल है वो उसको आप लर्न कर लीजिएगा, डिफरेंट वैल्यू के साथ आपकी वैल्यू क्या होगी आर की. ठीक है. सो इफ़ यू टॉक अबाउट द डाल्टन्स लॉ, इट इज़ सिंपली it is the pressure exerted by the gaseous mixture is equal to the summation of the each pressure of the each component. So it means P is equal to total pressure is equal to pressure of the all the component in the gaseous mixture. Okay, and if you talk about the Amagin's law, it is similar to the Dalton's law, but in concept, in terms of volume, that the total volume exerted by contained by the any gaseous mixture is equal to the addition, and it is an additive volume, that is V1 VA plus VB and VC, addition of all the components volume. So these are the Dalton's law and the Amagin's law. Now come to the Raoult's law and the Henry's law. Raoult's law और Henry's law मैंने पहले अपने एक वीडियोज़ में बहुत अच्छे से विथ एग्जाम्पल एक्सप्लेन किया है, तो मैं यहाँ आई बटन में आपको डाल दूँगी, तो आप वो वीडियो ज़रूर से देख लेना, ठीक है। तो राउल्ट्स लॉ आइडियल्स लॉ हो गया। अब एक सिचुएशन है आइडियल लॉ के अकॉर्डिंग जो मोल परसेंट होता है। नाउ दी फॉर आइडियल गैस, for ideal gas the mole percent is equal to volume percent is equal to pressure percent, ठीक है। अब ये कैसे हुआ, किस तरीके से फ्रैक्शन से हुआ, ये डेरिवेशन में आनी है आप कराऊंगी, क्योंकि ये बहुत बेसिक है, आप अपने टेक्स्ट बुक में देख लेना, बट ये आप लर्न कर लो कि फॉर आइडियल गैसेस मोल परसेंट इज इक्वल टू वॉल्यूम परसेंट एंड दी प्रेशर परसेंट इज इक्वल टू प्रेशर परसेंट। तो इस टाइप के क्वेश्चन, इसमें क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाते हैं किस टाइप के, जैसे कि वॉल्यूम हमें मोल परसेंट दे रखा है और प्रेशर परसेंट निकालना है, या कोई भी मास फ्रैक्शन निकालना है या प्रेशर फ्रैक्शन निकालना है, तो हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा। अगर हमें मोल परसेंट गिवन है, इसका मतलब कि वो वॉल्यूम परसेंट भी है, फिर उसके अकॉर्डिंग स्पेसिफिक ग्रेविटी और जो भी फॉर्मूला लगेगा उसके अकॉर्डिंग हम पैरामीटर्स निकाल लेते हैं, ठीक है। तो ये जितने भी थे, एनटीपी होता है स्टैंड नॉर्मल टेम्परेचर प्रेशर, एक होता है एसटीपी स्टैंडर्ड टेम्परेचर प्रेशर। तो इसमें भी टेम्परेचर और प्रेशर कितना रखा जाता है, जैसे एनटीपी में हम 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड लेते हैं, जबकि हम एसटीपी में 15.6 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड टेम्परेचर लेते हैं और प्रेशर उतना ही रहता है, ठीक है, 1 atm। तो ये सारे जो थे शॉर्ट नोट, एज अ शॉर्ट नोट मैंने आपको बेसिक प्रोसेस कैलकुलेशन समझा दिया। नेक्स्ट जो टर्म आएगा, चैप्टर आएगा और जो लेक्चर आएगा, उसमें हम मटेरियल बैलेंस एग्जैक्टली एक्सप्लेन करूँगी मैं, साथ में न्यूमेरिकल्स में। तो ये पूरा थ्योरी पार्ट था, जिसमें मैंने आपको पूरा जितने भी बेसिक प्रोसेस कैलकुलेशन है उसके फॉर्मूलेज आपको एक्सप्लेन कर दिया। अब हम इस पर बेस्ड न्यूमेरिकल्स करेंगे, और उससे पहले थोड़ा देख लेते हैं थ्योरी क्वेश्चन इस टाइप में कैसे आते हैं, किस टाइप के क्वेश्चन आते हैं। लाइक उसमें आ सकते हैं थ्योरी क्वेश्चन में कि जैसे यूनिट्स के ऊपर आ जाते हैं क्वेश्चन, ठीक है। तो मोल कंसेप्ट, मोल के ऊपर बहुत क्वेश्चन होते हैं कि मोल्स कैसे कैलकुलेट किया जाता है, क्या फॉर्मूला होता है, इक्विवेलेंट वेट से कंसंट्रेशन निकालने के लिए मोलैरिटी, मोलालिटी एंड नॉर्मेलिटी से रिलेटेड थ्योरेटिकल क्वेश्चंस और इनके फॉर्मूले पूछे जा सकते हैं, ठीक है। फिर ये कंपैरिजन पर्पस वाले कंसंट्रेशन डेंसिटीज़ जो हैं ये भी पूछे जाते हैं। तो इस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस थ्योरेटिकल पॉइंट मतलब ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस में पूछ लिए जाते हैं, ठीक है। नाउ हम मूव करते हैं किस पे, डायरेक्टली किस में, न्यूमेरिकल्स पार्ट पे। तो सबसे पहले हम न्यूमेरिकल्स करेंगे, वो इसी पे करेंगे, एपीआई और ब्यूमे और ब्रिक्स के ऊपर, ताकि आपको सिंपल लगे। Now come to the numerical part. The first question is that given that the Bume of H2SO4 is 10, specific gravity of the H2SO4 is 1.95, and we have to find out the specific gravity of the solution and the weight fraction of the H2SO4. So we know that the Bume for H2SO4 that is heavier than liquid water, the formula will be BUE is equal to 141 minus 141 upon specific gravity. The Bume value is given like 10 is equal to, we simply put down all the given data, and from here we get the specific gravity, like suppose A, ठीक है। You have to calculate with a calculator, but here I have assumed that the specific gravity is come out like A. Now the first part of the question is covered and we calculated the specific gravity of the solution. Now we have to calculate the weight fraction of H2SO4. For that we first assume that the solution, we know that the solution is the combination of water and the H2SO4, ठीक है। So we assume the 1 kg of water and x kg of H2SO4. This is the solution. For weight fraction weight fraction calculate करने के लिए we should know about the mass of the H2SO4. What is the mass of the H2SO4? It means we have to मतलब हमें x निकालना ज़रूरी है. In that case we calculate it with a density. That density is equal to mass upon volume. तो mass कितना है solution का 1 kg of water and x kg of H2SO4 एंड द वॉल्यूम 1 लीटर ऑफ वाटर प्लस वॉल्यूम के लिए क्या निकालेंगे x H2SO4 के लिए मास अपॉन उसकी डेंसिटी कितनी गिवन है 9.5। तो यहाँ से हमें ये डेंसिटी हमें पता है a और ये पूरा एक्सप्रेशन दैट इज़ 1 अपॉन x अपॉन 1 प्लस x अपॉन 1.95। तो यहाँ से अगर हम x की वैल्यू निकालते हैं तो हमारे पास सपोज x की वैल्यू आती है b। ठीक है, यहाँ पे हमें मास मिल गया कंपोनेंट का H2SO4 का। अब हमें मास फ्रैक्शन यानी वेट फ्रैक्शन निकालना है। तो वेट फ्रैक्शन निकालने के लिए क्या होगा, सिंपली जो हमारा b अपॉन 1 प्लस b। ठीक है, तो यहाँ से और फ्रैक्शन परसेंटेज निकालना है तो 100 इंटू कर देंगे तो ये आ जाएगा सपोज c%। तो ये हमारा वेट फ्रैक्शन परसेंट आ गया। ठीक है, तो ये क्वेश्चन हो गया। इस तरीके से आप पहले में जो है स्पेसिफिक ग्रेविटी निकालने के लिए काम आता है। तो ये फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन हो गया आपका। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन वी हैव 98 gram of H2SO4 dissolved in the water to prepare 1 liter of solution and we have to find out the normality and molarity। तो सबसे पहले हम क्या लिखेंगे, बेसिस, फिर उसके बाद गिवन डाटा और फॉर्मूला यूज़। ये तीनों चीज़ें लिख लेते हैं। बेसिस हमारे पास कितना गिवन है, बेसिस गिवन है 1 लीटर ऑफ सॉल्यूशन। ठीक है, गिवन डाटा क्या है, गिवन डाटा क्या है हमारे पास दे रखा है, मास दे रखा है कितना 98 ग्राम। ठीक है, और हमारे पास गिवन क्या हो गया, H2SO4 दे रखा है, H2SO4 दे रखा है। तो इसको मॉलिक्यूलर वेट जो होगा वो कितना होता है 98। वैलेंस की बात करें हमारे पास, क्योंकि हम नॉर्मेलिटी निकाल रहे हैं तो वैलेंसी की ज़रूरत पड़ेगी। वैलेंस जो होता है उसको होता है 2। ठीक है, अब फॉर्मूला नॉर्मेलिटी का होता है ग्राम इक्विवेलेंट ऑफ सॉल्यूट अपॉन लीटर ऑफ सॉल्यूशन ऑफ सॉल्यूशन। ठीक है, अगर हम मोलैरिटी की बात करें तो होता है ग्राम मोल ऑफ सॉल्यूट अपॉन लीटर ऑफ सॉल्यूशन। ठीक है, अब जो है हम सिंपली वैल्यू पुट करेंगे। अब नॉर्मेलिटी निकालने के लिए हमें सबसे पहले इक्विवेलेंट वेट निकालना पड़ेगा। तो इक्विवेलेंट वेट होता है मॉलिक्यूलर वेट अपॉन वैलेंस। ठीक है, तो मॉलिक्यूलर वेट कितना हो गया 98/2 यानी कि 49। अब हमें चाहिए ग्राम इक्विवेलेंट वेट, तो वो हो गया हमारा कितना 90 ग्राम, कितना रहेगा 98/49। तो यहाँ से हमारा आ गया 2। ठीक है, तो सिंपली हमें मिल गया। अब सिंपली हम नॉर्मेलिटी की फॉर्मूले में रख देते हैं, क्या गया 2 और लीटर ऑफ सॉल्यूशन इज़ 1। तो फ्रॉम हेयर वी गेट नॉर्मेलिटी इज इक्वल टू 2। ठीक है, अब मोलैरिटी निकालिए तो ग्राम मोल ऑफ सॉल्यूट कितना हो गया, वो हो गया हमारा 98 डिवाइडेड बाय 98। ठीक है, तो ये 1 हो गया। तो मोलैरिटी जो है आ गया हमारा कितना 1 डिवाइडेड बाय 1 दैट इज़ 1। ठीक, ये इसके क्वेश्चन हो गया। तो बहुत सिंपल है, सिर्फ आपको पता होना चाहिए वैलेंस, मॉलिक्यूलर वेट और फॉर्मूले। ठीक है, आई थिंक वीडियो बहुत लंबा हो जाएगा, लेक्चर बहुत लंबा हो जाएगा, मुझे अपलोड करने में थोड़ी प्रॉब्लम होगी, अपलोड नहीं होगा। दैट्स वाई मैं अभी यहीं पे रोक रही हूँ और फिर नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में हम लोग न्यूमेरिकल्स कंटिन्यू करेंगे। ठीक है, क्योंकि बेसिक चीज़ तो हमने पढ़ ली, कौन कौन से फॉर्मूले यूज़ करने हैं। अब हमें ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा न्यूमेरिकल्स प्रैक्टिस करने हैं। तो ठीक है, तो नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में हम इसी के न्यूमेरिकल्स कंटिन्यू करेंगे और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा मैं कराने की कोशिश करूँगी। तो टिल देन हैव अ नाइस डे, थैंक यू।